Glenn Hayworth.
And it's Ryan Beveridge.
And today we're going through the don't miss list of our Overdrive distortion pedals.
Yeah, so I picked 10 must-have distortion pedals. You've got to have at least
Well, you're going to have all 10?
I've actually got, I think I've got 6 of these at home of the 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to have every one of these pedals on your board, Ryan says. Now, you guys answered our question. We put a question up on our socials to ask, what videos do you want to see?
Yeah.
And you guys said, like a top 10 kind of don't miss list for distortion and overdrive pedals.
Yeah, so this is it's not everyone's favorite 10 or anything. It's 10 that I really like.
Yeah.
We didn't pick boutique weird ones that you can't really get or anything like that.
And we also have an exciting new brand to announce too, which we'll announce later in the video. And we've included one of those pedals in the pedal board today too.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we starting with, Ryan?
Let's start with the classic, the Big Muff.
You can't deny the Big Muff. This is one of the all-time classics. There's been so many different Muffs released, and you even showed me a pedal the other day by this new brand we're doing, which combines all Muffs in one pedal.
So the Big Muff is like a fuzz pedal.
Yeah.
Comes from the sort of late 60s, and just iconic kind of 60s psyche kind of fuzzy tones. So
and it's a big pedal too.
It is huge.
Yep. Yeah. And you just on the bridge pickup on that telly, it's a single coil.
Yeah, I picked something with humbuckers and single coils just to show off the range of tones.
Yep.
Big Muff is really cool because it's got that sort of real fuzzy, sort of crazy overdrive. Good for single note kind of lead lines and that kind of stuff. Maybe not as great for big strummy chords.
Yeah.
Because you lose a bit of the definition.
Did Kurt Cobain use a Big Muff?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
They sort of had a bit of a resurgence in the 90s with the grunge dudes. So
nice. So that's first on the don't miss list. Now next we've got, this is one of your personal faves.
Yeah. So one of my favourite pedals is the Boss Blues Driver.
Yeah.
And then JHS, one of the newer ones that we're doing, they do one called the Angry Driver.
Yeah.
So JHS have teamed up with Boss to make the Angry Driver.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to say Angry Charlie.
Okay.
Angry Charlie plus Blues Driver. Angry Driver.
Right. Okay.
So this pedal is both of those pedals in one. And the cool thing about it is that you can stack them any way you can imagine.
Yep.
JHS into the Blues Driver into the JHS, one after the other.
Yeah, but it's still a single pedal. Like it's
single
same
pedal,
size as the rest of the Boss pedals, single pedal.
So you get a really versatile sort of low gain, high gain kind of thing, or you can stack it any way you want. Right now I've got it on Angry Charlie setting so you can hear it. Let's have a listen with the humbucker. Tasty.
Nice overdrive. That's some smooth overdrive right there. Cool, so that's the second one on a don't miss list. What's the third one, mate?
Third one, this is another pretty new brand for us, Earthquaker Devices.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a boutique-y kind of brand, but still, very obtainable.
They make some different pedals, these guys. USA made, a real kind of niche brand in the pedal market, but they're very popular pedals.
Yeah. So the Palisades is kind of like a tube screamer, kind of light overdrive.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about this is you've got super unlimited options. Well, I don't know about unlimited, but very like...
There's a lot of options.
High number of options. So
yes.
you've got your on and off plus a second gain stage.
Yep.
So you can stack them plus a boost.
Yeah, cool.
So you basically got every overdrive you need in one pedal.
Let's hear it, man. And this has actually got your boost, different gains, and there's 3 different pedals on it, and it's a little bit of a bigger pedal as well. So
yeah, so gain A sounds like this. Oh, turn it off accidentally. The boost just gives you like a volume boost. So yeah,
it sounds like a warm overdrive.
It's rad. And cool blue and green LEDs on that one too.
Yeah, and by the way, we should mention we're going through a Vox AC30 as well, just so you guys know what amp we're painting this. The canvas of this whole thing is.
Cool thing about this one too is you've got a voicing and a bandwidth switch,
and
that's where all the possibilities come in. You've got 6 different voicings and 5 different bandwidths, and then any combination of the two.
Good if you want to dive deep in your overdrive sounds.
100%.
All right, what's next on the list, man?
Next is the Soul Food by Electro-Harmonics.
Yes.
This is like another low gain kind of overdrive. It's based on this Klon Centaur. If you're not sure what a Klon Centaur is, you need to look that up. One of the sort of mythological best overdrives ever.
Yeah.
So
there's been a lot of clones on the Klon.
Yeah. And EHX have done their own version, a bit more affordable.
Yep.
Sounds
the Soul Food.
Pretty good. So you notice not as high gain straight away.
Yeah.
Just tasty, adds a little bit of sparkle.
Just a little bit of a boost, just a little bit of drive.
Getting hairy.
Just dipping the toe in, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just dipping the toe in. All right, what's next, man?
Next, MXR make one called the Custom Badass.
The 78. 78 distortion.
Yeah, so this is kind of like a hot-rodded version of the Boss DS1 kind of circuit. It's got a little extra button that you can add more crunch to it.
Yeah.
So I think it's in at the moment, so we'll hear it with a bit of
extra crunch with your crunchy nut corn.
Just tasty.
Yeah.
It's usable.
You like that pedal, I know. You always talk about that pedal.
Big fan.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got the Blues Driver. Right now I'm playing the Wazacraft version, but we're sort of representing just the regular Blues Driver.
Wazacraft is your Japanese made, and they have just a little extra features on the Boss pedals in the Wazacraft range. So this one's got an extra switch on it.
Yeah. Just your regular kind of overdrive, low to medium gain.
Yep.
Just tasty. I didn't really go deep into tweaking these. They just all sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Set the way they are.
Yeah. Popular pedal, the Blues Driver.
Totally.
It's on a lot of pedal boards out there.
That's a must-have, I reckon, in my opinion.
By Boss.
Now, the next one I'm really excited about. This is the new brand we were just talking about before, JHS Pedals.
JHS have just come on board at Hayworth.
Yeah.
Literally on board.
Yeah.
I got to pay respect to Ari, our camera girl. She came up with that pun. But it's a dad joke, and you're going to become a dad soon, so we have to throw a few dads out there.
That's it.
So, the Paul Gilbert signature you've picked.
Yeah, so Paul Gilbert's a personal hero of mine. I got to meet him at NAMM, which is very exciting.
How cool was that? He actually had the pedal at NAMM and was demoing it for everyone. That was awesome to see, wasn't it?
So it's a good overdrive that has a few options that sort of other pedals don't really have. So you've got two different mid controls here.
Yeah.
So you can sort of control how much we cut through. It sort of gives you a bit more like a fuzzy kind of tone rather than an overdrive or a distortion.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing here is the push knob. So you can sort of turn up the push and you get it to really sort of like sound like an amp that's struggling. Sounds like a stadium, like a distorted amp in a stadium, which I think is really cool.
We're excited to have the JHS range in the store. Now, you're getting one of the pedals yourself.
I'm getting this very pedal.
You're going to take this pedal? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm a big fan of this one.
Big fan of Paul Gilbert. And Josh, a really cool guy as well to talk to.
Very tall as well.
He's a tall guy.
Taller than you.
He's actually tall. I don't know if he's tall.
He was taller than you. When you stood
up.
up.
Get carried away here.
And he stood up, he was like Chewbacca.
Hey, settle down, Ryan. Gee, you make me feel short all of a sudden. Okay, the next one is a little bit controversial. You love this one or you hate it. There's a lot of stuff going around online about this. And I thought you were a bold man including this in the
it's Boss's best-selling pedal, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. Compared to the DS1?
It might be. It's either one or two.
Okay.
It's definitely up there.
I personally like this one. I used it back when I was, as a teenager playing Rage Against the Machine covers in my first band. Yeah. You can't go past it for that metal stuff.
It is the Metal Zone.
The Metal Zone, the MT2. And you're on the neck pickup on a telly, so obviously it probably doesn't sound like you would probably use like a bridge humbucker, maybe even active pickup.
But it definitely does something that these ones don't do,
Yeah,
so it covers something different.
Yeah, I like the Metal Zone. I think it's a great pedal if you're going to be playing metal stuff. But there are a lot of other options out there for that heavier stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. So you've got a Strymon pedal in here. One thing I like about what you've done with this selection here, Bevo, is you've kind of got a good mix of different brands different makes here. So
Yeah.
we've gone a Strymon one for this next one.
Yeah, to be honest, this is one I haven't had as much time with as the others.
Yep.
I thought I'd rip it out too because I think Strymon are doing some really great stuff.
Yep.
And their overdrive's no exception.
Yep.
I also really love when it's a dual stage overdrive,
Yep.
an A and a B, because it means that you can have one pedalboard space and two overdrives.
Try that bridge, try the neck pickup now, yeah?
Very Fender-y kind of overdrive, I think.
I was going to say,
Sounds
you
like
haven't put
Fender-y.
a Fender pedal on the Don't Miss list.
We didn't have the one I wanted downstairs, so
What's the mention going to?
the Pugilist is my favourite.
Pugilist.
But the Santa Ana is also a really good pick.
They've got some nice pedals, the Fender range. So
Yeah.
honourable mention to the Fender range of pedals too.
But yeah, the Sunset kind of sounds to me like a Fender Hot Rod or one
Yeah,
of those amps with
it
the
does.
sort of drive channel.
And the last but not least on the Don't Miss list for the Overdrive distortion pedals is
The humble Tube Screamer.
TS9.
Yeah, so obviously there's a few different types of Tube Screamers.
Yeah.
I picked the TS9, but any of them will sort of do as a Tube Screamer.
Any will do, you say?
There's a
Well,
lot of debate
yeah.
about the Tube Screamers and which ones are the best, and old ones and new ones.
Yeah,
They all scream you tubes, so.
they do. Let's hear this one, man. The TS9. Slowed that last one down a little bit. That's
Yeah,
nice.
well, I wasn't going to play John Mayer, but I was going for something a little in that realm.
Little John Mayer-esque.
Yeah.
Cool, there you go. So we've been through the Don't Miss list.
Yeah, you can check these all out online. As I said, you should have at least one of these in your pedal board if you are a rock player.
If you don't already.
Distortion.
There's probably a lot of you guys watching and listening to our podcast.
And if you don't have one of these, you should have a version of it too.
That's it. So if you're listening on the podcast, check out the video on our website, haywithguitars.com.au.
Yep.
If you haven't subscribed to our podcast, check us out, the Hey With Guitars podcast.
Yep.
Guitar Talk.
Leave us some comments. Tell us what you want to see next.
Yeah.
What you think we've missed out on.
Yeah. Were we on the money, or did we miss something out that was crucial to a Don't Miss list on Overdrive distortion pedals? You can find all this information on our website, haywithguitars.com.au, where we post these videos and, as well as the podcast too.
Facebook, Instagram, we're all there.
And keep in touch. Let us know what you want to see next on our social media, on our Instagram at haywithguitars or Facebook, facebook.com/haywithguitars.
Yeah.
All right, this has been Glenn Hayworth and
And it's Ryan Beveridge.
see you next time, guys.
See ya. Bye.
Peace.